back to Heber City, Utah, to the Wasatch Aquatic Center. This is Paul Larson bringing you the championship session of the boys 5A state swim meet. Happy to bring this broadcast on behalf of Utah Swimming. So we had the preliminaries yesterday, but now it's time for the finals. Swimming at the beautiful Wasatch Aquatic Center, a 10-lane pool. We'll be using lanes 2 through 9 today. Fastest seated swimmers will be swimming out of lane 5. Lanes 1 and 10 will remain empty. Tried to make that easy for you to see on our presentation today. And we're excited to be here bringing it to you. We will have the first 4 events, the men's 200-yard medley relay, followed by the boys 200 freestyle, 200-yard individual medley, and the 50 free. We then will present the medals for those 4 events and have a 15-minute break. But the boys appear ready. There's excitement in the air as we're ready to go for the state championship meet. And our Consolation heat is in the water. This Consolation heat, all teams qualified with a 142 or 143, so it should be a close race. Highland 2, Mountain Ridge 3, Box Elder 4, Lehigh 5, Park City 6, Springville 7, Orem in lane 8, and Woods Cross in 9. And out to the early lead, that's lane 5, that's Bridger Smith from Lehigh. So coming to the wall, and with a nice split of 24.84, the only one under 25 is Bridger Smith. Breaststrokers are in the water. Still lane 5, Lehigh leading, but coming on strong in the breaststroke is lane number 8. That's Zach Wells, the breaststroker from Orem. So as we look at the breaststroke splits, a 28.8 for Lehigh and a 29.03 for Orem. Zach Wells, the breaststroker for Lehigh was Jacob Bloxson. Now the butterfly leg. Lehigh continues to lead. That's Bryce Broadhead swimming for Lehigh. And he's out with a 24.14. We have a 23.77 split by Mountain Ridge. That was Braden Johnson, was the quickest butterfly split. So it's Lehigh lead, but in 5, that's Park City, and Mountain Ridge in 3 And so it's Lehigh, the Consolation champion, followed by Mountain Ridge, and then Park City. Championship heat is now in the water. And that appears to be Jacob Reese in Cottonwood out to the early lead. We'll see him in the 100 backstroke later. So Reese now with a body length lead. He splits at 23.71. The next fastest split was a 25.06 from Olympus. That Ian Connor, and 25.27 by Gage Tobiasen from Mountain View. Now with the breaststrokers, Cottonwood trying to keep that lead in lane 6. That's Aiden Salisbury, but Bridger Sink with a blazing 26.21. 26.21 for Bridger Sink. Salisbury's 26.90, but 26.21. Now for the butterfly, it's Alexander Turney, who turns in a 22.33 split for Olympus. 23.43 for Tamara Harmon, but 22.3. So here Jack Saber, he's seated first in the 50. He's trying to bring it home. 135.18. That's just off the state record of 134.63. All-American consideration was 134.74, so just less than half a second from that All-American consideration time. So that was Olympus in first, Cottonwood in second, and Wasatch in third, all with fine swims. Now in the water for the men's 200-yard freestyle, our consolation heat. These boys seated first was, for the consolation heat, is Jake Diaz from Skyline in lane 5, the senior. He had a 1:48 yesterday. The other times ranging from 1:50 to 1:53 for this heat. Out early in lane 3 is Alex Schwartz from Park City, out in a 24.87, 25s and 26s for the rest of the field. Now it appears in the lead. It's moving into the lead is Burnham from Brighton in lane 6. He's going to touch first at the 100 with a 52.44, followed closely by Alex Schwartz in lane 3. Burnham maintaining his lead by half a body length. Lane 5, that's Jake Diaz trying to catch him. And alongside Diaz is lane 4, Chandler Iyer from Timpanogos. Iyer just slightly ahead of Diaz from Skyline. And now pulling close with a 25 to go. It's Burnham in 6. Iyer in 4 for Timpanogos. But here comes a charge from Jake Diaz from Skyline. Diaz charging home, and it's Diaz who touched the wall first, followed by Burnham, and then Iyer. So in this consolation final, 148.48, 500ths ahead of 148.53 of Brandon Burnham. So Skyline, Brighton, Timpanogos in that order for your consolation final. Best time for all three of those first three swimmers. Danny Detchen had the fastest time yesterday with a 142.2. He's trying to improve on that. The junior be highly sought after with his freestyle skills, both the 200 and 500. So out brisk in a 23.91. He's the only one under 24. We have a 24.02 for Patterson and 24.24 for Staker on either side of him. Detchen would love to get to the 140 level. All-American consideration in this event is a very quick 140.13. So out in a 49.86. So it continues to be in the center of the pool with Detchen with the lead, Staker in second, followed by Patterson. And very close beyond that, fourth place is over in Talon Coons and Estelle. Talon Coons from Payson and Estelle from Olympus in 2 and 3. So here he comes. Detchen opening up the lead, sprinting now. He's going to be in for a time of 141.37, a second off yesterday. And second is Trevin Staker Provo, 144.51, followed by Hunter Patterson with a 145.80. Talon Coons from Payson in fourth place. So the Consolation heat in the water, these boys qualified with between a 2:01.9, that's Sean Honey, your leader in lane 5, and a 2:05. But the fastest on the butterfly leg is actually from lane 8. That's Zach Smith from Viewmont, out in a 25.56. The only one under 26 on the butterfly. Now with the backstroke, you have Smith in 8 being challenged by Sean Honey from Timpview in 5. Honey trying to take the lead. And it will be Honey touching the wall first with the fastest backstroke split of a 29.24, the only one under 30. On the breaststroke leg, Bridger Smith Lehigh trying to catch up with Sean Honey. So that's Smith in 4, Honey in 5, but here comes lane 6. That's Cannon Shunway from Mountain View. So it's in the center of the pool. That's Honey in 5, Bridger Smith in 4, and Cannon Shumway. The fastest split there was Cannon Shumway with a 35.47 on the breaststroke and a 36.03 by Bridger Smith. But it's Bridger Smith who's taken the lead on the freestyle. So as they come back, now it's Sean Honey who can see him trying to there, and here comes Cannon Shumway. So coming into the wall, it's Smith who holds on for first, then Honey and Shumway. So Smith with a 2:01.92, then Honey, then Shumway in your Consolation final. Your championship heat in the water. We expect Evan Van Brocklen in the center of the pool to lead with the fly. Very strong in the fly. We'll see him in the 100 fly later, where he had that All-American consideration time. So he'll go out quick, possibly as quick as a 22, in at a 23.65. Next was Lucas Kill at 24.97 coming out of lane 3. So in the backstroke, you have Van Brocklen, the very versatile swimmer, with the backstroke. His backstroke split a 29.13, so under 30. Out in a 52.78, that's a nice swim. Also, Caleb Phelan with a fine backstroke, under 30 with a 29.13. 29.41 make it out in a 54. So nice swim by Caleb. But the breaststroker's coming on now. So that's Charlie Simmons of Brighton in lane 5, who's taking over second place. So Evan with a 32.89 breaststroke leg. 32.88 by Charlie Simmons, and a 33.92 by Andrew Lemon. So it's Van Brocklen who's going to have the win. It's just a matter of what his time's going to be. Simmons in second, and very close race for third. It's Lemon who's coming on strong. Andrew Lemon from Timpview's coming on for third place ahead of Phelan. And so in first, that's with a 153.89, That's Van Brocklin, followed by Simmons. Then Andrew Lemon with a strong 157.10 for 10th view. Then Caleb Phelan, his club teammate, with a 157.68 for Spanish Fork. This will be a quick and exciting consolation heat. All these boys qualified within 0.4 seconds of one another. So that's Zach White in lane 5. It's out first. Also making a charge is Noah Nelson, but it's Brooke Jessup from lane 4 with a 22.54. Zach White with a 22.65, and in third place, Xander Nelson in lane 8. That was quick, 22.54, 22.65. So championship boys are in the water. Jack Saber, 21.53 yesterday. What does he have for us today? He turns first in lane 5, followed by Jaden Hicken in 6. Jaden Hicken in 6 trying to make his charge, but it's going to be Jack Saber. Then Jaden Hicken, 21.32, followed by a 21.66, 21.72. So 3 21s in the center of the pool. That's Saber from Olympus, Hicken from Wasatch, and Clark Warren from Springville. With the 4th, Noah Williams from Skyline with a 22.15. So now with the awards there for the 200 medley relay, it was in 3rd place Wasatch with Sims, Hicken, Staples, and Shimilov. 2nd was Cottonwood with Reese, Salisbury, Loken, and Jensen. And your state champion in the 200-yard medley relay is Olympus with Connor, Sink, Turney, and Saber. So Saber on that relay split a 21:58. Of course, he just bettered that with a flat start 21:32 in the 50 free. Other great splits were the 23:71 from the backstroke on the Cottonwood relay, and Dresden Jensen brought that home for the with a 22.22. And on the Wasatch relay, we had Sasha Shimalov bring it home with a 22.38. So a great win by Danny Detchen, your champion in the 200-yard freestyle, as the boys are on the podium now to receive their medals. So that was Detchen in first, Staker from Provo in second, Patterson from Wasatch in third, Coons from Payson fourth, Estelle from Olympus in fifth, Whitney from Timpview in sixth, Vaughn from Springville in seventh, and Brown from Highland in eighth place. So congratulations to the boys 200-yard freestyle winners. I think we're not going to meritoriously promote Evan. He's a junior. But the winners again for the 200-yard individual medley. So again, that was in 8th place, Harmon from Mountain View. 7th place, Salisbury from Cottonwood. 6th place, Connor from Olympus. 5th, Kill from Skyline. 4th, Phelan from Spanish Fork. 3rd, with his comeback at the end, was Lemon from Timpview. 2nd, Simmons from Brighton. And your champion again, the winner of the 200-yard individual medley with a 153.89 is Evan Van Brocklen. He's highly recruited now too. And we're looking forward to the next event. We'll have the consolations, but then in the championship final, just 15 minutes away, will be the 100 butterfly, where Evan treated us to a All-American consideration swim, and we'll see what he has in the 100 fly for today. So congratulations to the 200-yard individual medley medalists. So your medalist in the 50 free, interestingly, they finished in the order they were seated. 8th was Bryson from Park City, 7th Jackson from Mountain Ridge, 6th McFarland from Timpview, 5th Mertz from Springville, 4th Williams from Skyline. 3rd was Warren from Springville. 2nd was Hicken from Wasatch, and your winner was Jack Saber from Olympus with a 21:32. So a great swim. 21:32, nice swim by Saber. The team scores that were updated, if you missed those, the top 10 at least. Tied for 10th is Mountain Ridge and Park City with 26th, and 9th is Lehigh with 27. These are totals after the 50 freestyle. Tied for 7th is Mountain View and Cottonwood with 47. 6th Springville with 48. 5th Wasatch with 65. Tied for 3rd is Skyline and Timpview with 73, and 2nd is Brighton with 84, and leading is Olympus with 114. So we'll take a short break and we'll be back with you in about 10 minutes. And we're back live here in Heber. We're having a special award given by the Coaches Association to Coach Joe Pereira of Skyline for a lifetime of service. Given for a lifetime of service for Coach Joe Pereira from Skyline. State titles for the boys at Cypress and 7 for the boys at Skyline and 10 girls titles while coach at Skyline. now back to the pool. We will rejoin with the 100-yard butterfly, followed by the 100-yard freestyle. And our Consolation final boys are in the water for this 100-yard butterfly. Their qualification time were between 53 and 55. Trying to better on that today. Out quickest, it appears to be lane 6. Tyler Orm. Orm touches first with a 25.12. Correction, 24.83. The only one under 25. We have a 25.12 and a 25.15 from lanes 4 and 5. That's Broadhead and Johnson. But coming down, Tyler Orm from Bountiful trying to win this Consolation final. And it's Orm with a half a body length. Charging hard is lane 4. That's Broadhead. And it's Orm with a 53.94 followed by 200s from Broadhead. Just 200s behind in second. Then it's Johnson in fourth, and in third and fourth place is Eric Chamberlain. So Van Brocklin in 5, went a 49.23 yesterday. Alexander Turney went a 51.8 before his great breaststroke swim. And the rest of the boys in the championship final all went 53s. So it's Van Brocklin out quick. We're expecting to see close to a 22. He's out in a 23.03. We'll see what he comes back in. Remember, he went a 49.23 yesterday. In second is Turney. Coming on strong in lane 3 is Tanner Harmon. So it's Van Brocklin with the final turn. That All-American automatic time is a 48.92. He'd love to have that. He's stroking hard. Can he get to his 48.92? No, he's going to be at a 49.62. Second is Turner. Second is Turney. And in third place is Bridger Sink. Fourth going to Andrew Lemon from Timpview with another fine swim with a 52.85. So good swim by Andrew. So nice swim by Evan Van Brocklin. And now for the 100-yard freestyle, our Consolation final. All of these boys went 50s yesterday. They'd like to break the 50 barrier and see a 49 today. Leading at the turn is at lane 6. That's out in a 23.26. That's Noah Williams from Skyline. followed by lane 2. That's Ward from Box Elder. So coming off the final turn, it's still Noah Williams from Skyline. Very close for second, but this Consolation is going to be won by Noah Williams. He will break 50, 49.27. In second is Trey Jackson with a 50.1. But Williams breaks 50 seconds with a 49.27. So your championship final. Reese in lane 5, the only one under 48 yesterday. So that's Reese in 5, McFarland from Timpview in 4, and Astle from Olympus in 6. Reese from Cottonwood with a slight lead at the 50. He's out in a 22.56, but also out in 22s are Timpview's McFarland and Olympus's Estelle. So with the final turn, Reese's got the lead by half a body length. Reese's going to be your champion, but it's a close race for second. You've got McFarland in 4 and Estelle in 6, and second is Sebi McFarland from Timpview. So 47.08, a 47 also for McFarland, 47.91, and just 5/100ths ahead of Ethan Astle from Olympus. And fourth place is Bridger Nilsson. But 3 boys under 48 in that 100-yard freestyle. Nice swim, Sebi and Jacob and Ethan. And our consolation heat for the 500-yard freestyle is in the water now. Chandler Iyer from Timpanogos was under 5 minutes yesterday in the prelims with a 4:57. The rest of these boys were just over 5 minutes. They'd love to see breaking 5 minutes for the first time. We had 2 that were 5:00. That's Logan Brown from Highland in 4 and Cannon Shumway from Mountain View in 6, just at 5:00s. We have the super freshman Nathan Anderson from Springville in lane 3, who had a best 5:03 yesterday, trying to improve on that, coming from a long heritage of freestylers in his family. So trying to settle in, setting the early pace is our lane 4 is Logan Brown. Logan Brown out quick. Definitely wants to break 5 minutes today. So Chandler Iyer trying to stick with Brown. It's Brown in lane 4. Lane 7, they're even with lane 5. And 7, that's Brandon Burnham from Brighton. Brandon Burnham, who had a nice 200 freestyle earlier with a 148. But Logan Brown also went a 148 in the 200 freestyle. So Brown in lane 4 with a very slight lead over Chandler Iyer as we hit the 300 point. They're well under 5-minute pace. Our 5-minute pace line right there. So Iyer trying to stay even with Brown. And in third place in this consolation heat is lane 7, and that would be Brandon Burnham. Iyer's time also a 148. So Burnham, Iyer, and Brown also, all three went 148 earlier today in the 200 free. And now in this consolation heat of the 500. So at the 400 point, it's close. They're within 12 100ths. Iyer slightly ahead after that turn, holding 30s. So they're on track for a 455. So Iyer with a slight lead now over Brown at the bell lap. So with a 50 to go, it's Iyer and Brown. They're both going to be under 455. So in third is Brandon Burnham. So your consolation winner with a 454.15 is Chandler Iyer, followed by Logan Brown 455 and a 500.01 for Brandon Burnham. Just missed that under 5 mark. So now your championship final for the 500 free in the water. That's Brighton's Danny Detchen, the junior. He's also the junior athlete representative on the board of Utah Swimming. Next week, he'll assume the position of senior athlete representative. So, a strong student leader. He went a 445 yesterday, but we think he's going to better that today. Now also going out strong is Hunter Patterson from Wasatch in lane 7. So it's Detchen in 5 and Patterson in 7. Detchen out in a 53.48. So he's trying to settle in. These swimmers all expected to be well under 5 minutes. As we approach the 200 mark, Detchen was out yesterday in a 152.29. Basically held 28s with 129 for his splits yesterday. So out in a 149. So that puts him about 3 seconds, 2.5 seconds ahead of where his pace was yesterday at the 200. In second remains Patterson. So at the midway point, Detchen still holding 28s. He'd like to be 28 mid or better. Patterson had dropped time yesterday, and today is ahead of so at the 300, 247 and 250. That 300 mark is 2 seconds ahead of what Patterson went yesterday. The 247 by Detchen, he still is tracking just 3 seconds ahead of his pace yesterday. He was at 28.99 on this particular 50 yesterday, and today is at 28.76, so gained another couple of tenths on that 50. It's a real race for third in this championship final. We have Patterson with a 3/4 body length lead, but then it's lane 6. That's Whitney from Timpview, and then Quackenbush from Olympus over in 3. And don't count out lane 8. That's Ryan Wood from Bountiful. Detchen split that time, did go to a 29. He had 129 split yesterday. So here at the bell lap, Danny's about 4 seconds ahead of what he was. He's prepared to go sub 440. As he brings it home, we could see a 439. And it is a 440.83. Second will go to Whitney with a 448, followed by Patterson with a 450. And in fourth place was Quackenbush from Olympus with a 450. So best times this season for all 4 of those boys. In fact, you had a best time for an improvement from yesterday by every single one of the boys in that 500 heat. consolation heat of the 200-yard freestyle relay. So that's lane 4. Spanish Forks, Caleb Phelan. And lane 6 appears now to be in the lead. That's Tyler Orm. So Tyler Orm splits a 22:59, Phelan a 22:88. Those two boys under 23 with the fastest splits for the leadoff. In the lead remains Bountiful, based on that opening swim by Tyler Orm and now Spencer Monson. The quickest split there was Mountain Ridge's Caleb Turnbow, who did a 23:35. But Bountiful remains in the lead, close between Mountain Ridge and Spanish Fork in this consolation final. So as the final swimmer enters the water, a 22:87, quick split for Bountiful to increase their lead there. That was Ryan Wood with the great split, having just completed the 500. Wow. But here it is in the center of the pool. It's Mountain Ridge who's going to win it with a 22:14 put in by Trey Jackson. And Mountain View, your consolation final winner, followed by Spanish Fork and then Timpview. So we're ready for the championship final of the 200-yard freestyle relay. This will be a quick one. So that's Jaden Hicken from Wasatch in lane 6 appears to turn first. So it's Hicken. So we have a 21:79 from Provo's Staker and Jaden Hicken with a 21:64, the two 21s to lead off. Olympus slightly behind, but don't count them out. They've got 21s to come. So the quick splits there. We have a 21:89, that's for Olympus's Ethan Astel. 22:11 by Isaac Vaughn. Great split by Isaac. And now it's even in the center of the pool. So Wasatch Olympus coming down to the last swim. You have 21:99 on that one by Jack Saber. But this is Evan Van Brockland. They may have switched up their order on me. Regardless, it's Olympus with a final split of 20.98. So it is Olympus with Springville in second. A final split there by Springville of Warren Clark with a 21.12, but a 20.98 for that last split for, and that was Evan Van Brocklin. Evan Van Brocklin goes sub 21 with a 20.98. What a swim by Evan, having recently finished the 100 fly. So a great swim by Olympus with a 127.93 overall time. And Springville with a nice swim with a 128.61. So there on the medal stand, it's your winners in the 100-yard butterfly, the 8th place. To Springmeyer. In 7th, that was Kill from Skyline. 6th, Bryson from Park City. 5th, Harmon from Mountain View. 4th, Lemon from Timpview. 3rd, Bridger Sink from Olympus. 2nd, Alexander Turney from Olympus, and your champion was Evan Van Brocklin from Olympus. So the top 3, all Olympus. So that's your medalist for the 100-yard freestyle. We have in 8th place, Isaac Wells. 7th, Xander Nelson. 6th, Jake Diaz. 5th, Austin Mertz from Springville. Bridger Nielsen from Brighton. 4th, Ethan Astle from Olympus. 3rd, Sebi McFarland from Timpview in 2nd, and Jacob Reese from Cottonwood in 1st for the 100-yard freestyle champions. Now for your medalist in the 500-yard freestyle. And your 500-yard freestyle medalist, that's in 8th, Connor from Olympus. 7th, Stewart from Skyline. 6th, Schwartz from Park City. 5th, Wood from Bountiful. 4th, Quackenbush from Olympus. 3rd, Patterson from Wasatch. 2nd, Whitney from Timpview, the recent 500 swimmer discovery. And your champion, Danny Detchen from Brighton with a 440.83. So Brighton in third place in the relay. That closing split for Brighton, Danny Detchen, after the 500, still brought it under a 22 with a 21.97. So that's Nielsen, Simmons, Grinsel, and Detchen in third place in the 200 free relay. Springville in second with Mertz, Vaughn, Jefferson, and Warren. And your champions from Olympus with Nelson, Estelle, Saber, and Van Brocklen. Van Brocklen splitting that 20.98 to close out that relay. So Olympus well in the lead of the meet. Just an update of scores through the relay. In 10th, that's Mountain Ridge with 57, 9th, Park City 58, 8th, Mountain View 66, 7th, Cottonwood 67, 6th, Springville 97, 5th, Wasatch 110, 4th, Timpview 134, 3rd, Skyline 165, 2nd, Brighton 172, and out ahead is Olympus at 255. And we're ready to resume competition with the 100-yard backstroke Consolation final. So Gavin Aina, the senior from Brighton in lane 5, had the fastest time from yesterday for this Consolation heat. Very close between 5 and 6. That's Zach Wells from Orem and Gavin Aina from Brighton. Turning first, it's Aina with a 26.48, followed by a 26.73 from Zach Wells. And a 26.72 out in lane 9 from Skedros from Skyline. So lane 9 trying to make a charge on the outside, but Aina taking control and ahead by a body length. So it's going to be Aina in first, but the second place goes to De La Garza from Olympus in second, followed by Wells, and then Skedros out in lane 9. So in that Consolation, the winner in a 54.07, a nice drop from yesterday. Now the championship final, which Reese was well ahead by more than a second with his 51.63. So Reese, but also with a great start and coming up quick is lane 3. That's Caleb Phelan from Spanish Fork. So it's Reese into the lead. Gage Tobiasen from lane 6 trying to challenge. So Gage from Mountain View. In lane 4, that's Bryce Broadhead from Lehigh. Coming into the last turn, Reese now ahead. Second is Gage Tobiasen. So it's Reese, Tobiasen, and in third it's going to be Broadhead followed by Phelan. 51.48, then 50, very close, 53.14 for Tobiasen, 53.18 for Broadhead, and 53.22 for Phelan, all within less than a tenth of a second, so very close there. And the Consolation heat of the breaststroke, it's even. Coming into the wall, we have Michael Meekum from Skyline with the 28.7, but also Tyler Orm with the 28.95 and two 29.12s. It's still anybody's race. To the final turn, it's close between 5 and 6. That's Michael Meekum Skyline, Corbin Perkins Box Elder. But lane 7, that's Tyler Orm from Bountiful. Tyler Orm from Bountiful just ahead. Tyler Orm from Bountiful followed by Skedros. No, it's Bishop from Skyline. Bishop from Skyline. So Bountiful's Tyler Orm with a 101. And Bishop with a 102. A 101.81. What a great swim. We're seeing improvements in breaststroke this year with some strong times. If you look at swimming in Utah, the state record in high school was a 57.23 at the beginning of the month. There's now 3 boys in 5A and another 2 in 6A, so 5 swimmers that have gone faster than that now. So it has been a big sudden drop by multiple swimmers in the breaststroke. So Turney with the overall state record, first one in the state high school to ever go under 56 in the state of Utah high school swimming. So the championship final in the water. So it's Turney in 5, Hicken from Wasatch in 4, but Jack Saber from Olympus in 6. So we have 26.24, 26.32, and 26.56. We have 4 swimmers at 26. What can they bring it back in? It's Turney going again. Turney with the ever so slight lead in lane 5. He comes up first. So it's Turney in 5, but it's a battle for second. Turney in 5, just a hair ahead. And for second is Turney in 5, followed by Saber in 2, in 6, and Hicken. So a 55.60, he betters the record from yesterday, setting a mark for others, but a 56.27 for Jack Saver and a 56.39 for Jaden Hicken. And in fourth place, a 57.09 for Bridger Sink, another great Olympus swimmer. That would have broken the state record at the beginning of the month. So what a difference a few weeks make. What an amazing turn in breaststroke here in the month of February 2021. So it's the consolation heat of the 400-yard freestyle relay. Trevin Staker leading off for Provo in lane 2. Wanting to make a mark. He's out in a 22.8. Wasn't able to swim the 100. Was late to the blocks yesterday, and so didn't compete in the 100 free, but he's wanting to make his mark here, wanting to show where he could be. So it's a flat start leadoff. And he goes a 47.38. 47.38, which would have put him second compared to the 100 free times. But a great leadoff nonetheless for Provo's Staker. We'll see if Provo can keep that lead. It looks like it's already gone by him to lane 6. That's Viewmont. So it's Viewmont in 6, chased by Wasatch in 8. Sasha Shimolov in the pool now has taken the lead for Wasatch. So Wasatch, third swimmer, enters the pool first, followed by Viewmont, and then lane 5, that's Alta. So in this consolation final, it's Wasatch trying to hold off Viewmont. So coming in for the final exchange in lane 8, Wasatch continues to lead. Entering the water was Jackson Backus. Wasatch in the clear lead in this consolation final. Next is Viewmont, followed by Alta. And in lane 4, making a charge, is Park City's Kyle Hardy. Alta's Ryan Watt has pulled them into second place in the consolation final. But here goes Wasatch, who comes in at a 3:23, a blazing 3:23.06 compared to their seat time of 3:31. That 3:23 would have easily put them in the final heat, but and in second it was Alta, followed by Park City. So it's our final event here from the Wasatch Aquatic Center. The 400-yard freestyle relay. And there's the overture, and we're off and going. In the early lead, it's Olympus, Ethan Astle with an early lead. He was out in a 22.91 at the feet. So Ethan Astle laying down what can be done. You have Springville and Brighton on either side, but he comes in with a 48.19. So now Matt Quackenbush trying to maintain that lead for Olympus. So Quackenbush in the second leg. Although Brighton's Bridger Nilsson had the quickest first 50 of the second swimmers, he's pulling up. So lane 5, Brighton pulling up on Olympus. Less than a second in between. It's now Ian Connor and Xander Nilsson. Ian Connor for Olympus. The splits there for Quackenbush was a 49.06. Was a 48. A 48.26 for Bridger Nilsson. We'll see what it ends up being for Connor and Xander Nilsson. It's going to come down to the two top swimmers in the meet. They are head-to-head. It is Evan Van Broecklyn and Danny Detchen head-to-head going into the relay. They enter. They both have had great swims. And now it's for the relay. Van Broecklyn with a slight lead going in. Van Broecklyn, 50 split is a 21-1. 21-1 split. So Olympus is ahead there. It's still a race for third. It looks like it's going to be Springville in third place. But Evan Van Broecklyn, Danny's catching him, but Evan's going to be hard to the wall. A 3:11.19. What a great swim by Olympus. More than 5-second drops from yesterday. We'll be interested to see that overall split. That a 45 split by Van Brocklen. I believe that's a 46 for Danny Detchen. We'll check those out in just a moment. Danny Detchen splitting a 46.71, and Evan Van Brocklen splitting a 45.25. So the medalist for the 100-yard backstroke now on the medal stand. In 8th place, that was Sean Honey from Timpview. 7th, Bridger Smith from Lehigh. 6th, Gavin Holmberg from Murray. 5th, Isaac Wells Orem. 4th, Caleb Phelan from Spanish Fork. 3rd, Bryce Broadhead Lehigh. 2nd, Gage Tobiasen from Mount View, and your champion Jacob Reese from Cottonwood with a 51.48. Very close from 2nd, 3rd, and 4th with 53.14, 53.18, and 53.22. So Gage just out touching Bryce and Caleb. Your medalist there. So your medalist there, and that was probably the swim of the meet, in as much it was an automatic All-American, the 55.6 by Alexander Turney. But in 8th it was Murakami, 7th Coons, 6th Salisbury, 5th Simmons, 4th Sink, 3rd Hitkin, 2nd Saber, and Alexander Turney with that 55.60, a truly amazing swim. Now your top 3 relays. So Springville in 3rd with Warren, Mertz, Jefferson, and Vaughn. 2nd place to Brighton with Kim, Nielsen, Nelson, and Detchen. That 46 by Danny Detchen. And then Olympus, your champion, with Estelle, Quackenbush, Connor, and Van Brockland. Van Brockland doing that 45-25. It's going to be really close for swimmer of the meet. You can expect Van Brockland having 2 wins there in the IM and the 100 fly with great swims, and the anchoring of the 200 and 400 relays. Danny Detchen in the 200 and 500. In PowerPoints, distance swimmers are generally rewarded, so you can't count that out. And then you have the automatic All-American swim by Alexander Turney. So Alexander Turney with that automatic All-American swim. He had a nice swim in the butterfly too. So again, interesting to see who the PowerPoint winner is between Detchen, Van Brockland, and Turney. And it's Evan Van Brockland. Evan Van Brockland, somewhat fitting with his anchoring of those 2 relays, that it goes to Evan Van Brockland, his All-American consideration time. And so congratulations to Evan Van Brockland with that 200 IM, the 100 fly, and then anchoring the relays. So congratulations to Evan as the swimmer of the meet. And now congratulations as the coach of the meet for this year. It went to Tom Thorham. And so now for the team awards. So the second place award trophy being presented to Brighton High School with 229. If you didn't catch it, that in 10th place is Lehigh 64, 9th Park City 75, Mountain View 8th 107, tie for 6th between Springville and Cottonwood at 129, 5th Wasatch 146, 4th Timpview 175, 3rd Skyline 108, 208, Brighton with 229, and your champions, the 5A boys swimming champions, is Olympus High School again with 354 points. A double win for Olympus, both girls and boys. A wider win in the boys with 354 points with their outstanding boys team this year. So thank you for joining us here from the Wasatch Aquatic Center. It's been our pleasure for Utah Swimming to assist in the broadcast today. We will have 2 more broadcasts, one at 4 o'clock this afternoon for girls 6A and 7:30 tonight for the 6A boys. And don't forget about next week. We've got And we want to remind all our viewers that both the prelims as well as the final sessions can be watched again. So anything that you saw here from the Wasatch Aquatic Center can be seen again. You can go back and watch your own particular parts. My apologies to any mispronunciations. It happens all the time. But you can find that at channelv6.com. So channel V as in Victor 6. So channelv6.com. Go to channelv6.com and you will find all of the 5A championship meet sessions. So again, thank you for joining us today. Signing off, this is Paul Larson with Utah Swimming. Thank you.